Good morning, Paris. So I'm just opening up my window to kind of see the vibe for today. It's always so fucking cold whenever I do this, and today is no exception. So here's my little window that opens. Here's the view of the beautiful streets of Paris. So today is Friday, I think today's Friday. And I woke up today at like 12 p.m. and I've been just editing my videos and stuff since then, and I took a shower, which was so needed. But anyway, what I do want to tell you is I did something kind of crazy today. So there we go, we've seen the view and we're loving it. And we're loving Paris. We're just in the darkness, aren't we? We're loving Paris a lot this trip. And I mean a lot. So one of the things I did today whenever I woke up is I actually extended this trip. Now, I was kind of thinking that I was going to do this, but I never thought I would actually go through with it. So I originally booked this trip to be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and flying back on Saturday. So 3 nights, 4 days. However, I've just been having the most amazing time, and I've been loving vlogging while being here as well, and I really have slacked on my vlogs whenever I'm in Brighton or back home, so I'm kind of loving feeling so inspired again. And so I extended the trip today, and I'm checking into another hotel tomorrow. So this hotel is not available. I've actually really enjoyed this hotel. The room is like there's the famous Sons of Paris. There we go. I've actually enjoyed this hotel room, but it's not available. So I've found a hotel that's literally a 2-minute walk from this hotel, which is available, and I booked that, and so I'm checking in there tomorrow at like 12 p.m. or something, whenever check-in is. So we're going to be here for another couple days, and then we're going to head to Brighton, and then hopefully back to Derry, and then Brighton to New York. I don't know how that's gonna work. That's the only thing that's throwing me off. I'm going to New York on next Monday, the 12th of December, and I was kind of supposed to be in Derry all of, you know, that week, Monday to Sunday, before I fly out of London on Monday. But now I've kind of messed up my own schedule by staying here longer than, but I'm gonna work it out. I want to be in Paris for longer. I'll work it out. So yeah, I really want to go and get some coffee and go and maybe get some food. Last night was just, if you watch the video, I have no idea what happened to me. Like, they gave me such a large glass of wine that I was like, oh, I'm never gonna finish this. And then I sat with my dinner. I had like a cheese plate. I was gonna go out for dinner later, and then they got me so tipsy that I forgot then to go out for dinner, and I was gonna go out to the club, and I come back to my hotel room and I literally just fall asleep until the morning, like knocked out, and I cannot remember any of the vlog clips that I filmed yesterday after my cheese and wine, because they got me like blackout drunk. So I'm just thankful I'm not hungover today. So yeah, I'm gonna go to one of the nearby cafes. We're not gonna venture that far today, just because I really want some sort of caffeine in me, because I'm going to be filming a couple main channel videos before I really get started with my day today, so that's the plan. So yeah, I have tomorrow morning in this hotel as well, but this is basically like my last proper morning in this really beautiful hotel, and I've really enjoyed it. I can see that cafe right down there. Seems very easy to get to. I might get that. My hair's still soaking, but I want my coffee. Don't talk to me unless I have my morning coffee. Okay, my camera's charging, but there's something happening. I'm so confused. No idea what's going on. Where even are they? Where are they? Everyone in these work buildings are so unfazed as well. It's so loud. Okay, I can see it now, but I just don't know what's going on. What is going on? I guess I can like, oh, it's raining, which is great. I guess I can like Google Paris March, Paris protest, Paris something. I'm gonna try figure out what's going on. Oh wow, it's bright. Okay, yesterday, whenever I left the hotel, I took a right turn, and I took a left turn, sorry, I'm messing it up, and I went down and kind of explored completely down one side, if you watched my video yesterday. So today I'm doing something different, and oh, a big raindrop just fell on my fucking forehead. It's not raining, but it's like mizzling. Is that a right word? Anyway, I'm walking the opposite way of the hotel today because I'm really hungry, so I really want to get food. I'm just venturing somewhere different to kind of inspire me. It's really bright here. I'm hoping to find a restaurant or something like that. Oh, also, a lot of you were letting me know that it's actually completely normal for like smaller hotels to take your keys and give them back to you whenever you come and go from the hotel, because I find it a bit weird because I'm so used to like key card hotels. I've actually gotten very much so used to it now, and I'm in the routine of like not feeling nervous or scared anymore whenever I hand over my keys. And the main reason was just if like they wouldn't give it back at a certain stage, or you know what I mean, like getting locked out of the hotel. It provided its own list of things I was scared of happening. Also, because it was a last minute decision to kind of extend my stay here in Paris, as I said, I had to get a new hotel. I'm pretty sure it's literally right beside like where I am right now. It's like not that far. God, I just have to say, I'm like obsessed with the like balconies of Paris. I mean, of course I've chosen one where there's like graffiti in the wall, but in all the apartments, like you can see up here, where it has like those little balconies, I just absolutely love it. And I can imagine every day, even though I have a balcony in my apartment, I'm like so annoying, but like, you know, like the little small ones where it's like so Parisian, like all like them, it's cute. Okay, so I've now came out for food finally, and I've came into this restaurant, and the woman comes up to me and is like, do you want like a cloth? And I apologized for my bad French, and she was apologizing for her bad English, and she was like, do you want a cloth? Or she was saying something in French, and I was like, yeah, I thought she meant like a cloth for the table. Turns out she meant a cloth for me, and she literally put a blanket around me, and I felt like I was at like my Nana and Granda's house. It was really sweet. Quite embarrassing though, I'll be honest. So I've got chicken fajitas and a red wine and a Coke, and we've kind of been making jokes to each other, like she's a really nice girl, but every word I say in French now she corrects. So I was like, oh, like merci, and she was like, no, merci. So we're getting confident with each other. But yeah, look at the view that I have currently for my dinner. It's all like rainy and gloomy, and it's very beautiful. Very beautiful. Oh my god, I'm back in the hotel room. It is like bitter cold outside. Like bitter, bitter, bitter cold. I'm from Ireland. I live in England. I'm well used to the cold, but I've never felt it like that before. I feel like my camera's even like all fogged up as well. Oh my goodness. So I just went to the shop and I got shaving cream and shaving things because I need it, because I get like this really ugly hair growth if I don't shave for every day. And I haven't been able to because I'm not able to bring razors obviously in my flight. Oh my god, the food was delicious. The woman who worked there was so sweet. She was like correcting my French every word and like teaching me. She was like, you need to put more grit into it, like merci, merci. And I was like, okay, merci. And she was like, no, merci. And I was like, merci. And she was like, no. It was really funny actually. So anyway, I did that. I think I'm gonna go out with my friend I was supposed to go out with on day 1 tonight, which will be nice to see a friend while I'm here. But I'm trying to like take this like downtime in the hotel room while I'm like trying to recover from the cold. I might film another YouTube video. There is something I want to talk about tonight, which basically has to do with my French teacher. So I'm saying this so I'm reminded to say it. My camera is like still fogging up. It's like so cold. Anyway, I have found a flaw in the key system. If you're keeping up with the videos, you'll be aware. There's one worker who checked me in, who anytime he sees me, he goes and says my room number. However, the other 2 workers here, you literally go up and say your room number and they give you the key. So if someone knew your room number, they would be able to easily just, you know, break into your room, or like who's to say someone from the street couldn't just walk in and be like room 43, room 57 and get the key of it. So I take back my thing about feeling like, oh, the lighting's so much better like this, why wasn't I doing that? I take back my thing of saying like, oh, I feel safe again. No. So I hope the hotel I'm checking in tomorrow is like key card or like whatever, because I'm not loving this key situation. I just take back my entire rant. Anyway, I'm gonna go sort myself out and I'll talk to you later, but I definitely need to shave before I go out tonight, because I look, if I do this, you won't see any difference, but if I go like really close up, it's not cute, not cute. Okay, so it is now about to be 9 p.m. You cannot see that, so I'm going to, there we go. 9 p.m. and here's the update. So I have shaved and I accidentally cut my neck, so I've had to put a bunch of my Rare Beauty concealer on it. You can't even see, there you go, so that it looks like I'm not fucking cut. So what's happening now is I am going to be meeting up with my friend, who again I was supposed to meet up with on the first day, and then we were going to do the second day, and then the third day, but we're doing it now. We're going for wine, and we were gonna go like an hour ago, but she was like, hey, like I want to like finish like my bottle of wine first, and I was like, okay. I was like, go for it. So she's doing that right now, but I've also invited out a guy that I was talking to on Instagram, which could be a thing, I could get killed. But I've invited him out as well with us. He's from like similar parts from where I'm from, back in the UK, and so I decided that I should invite him out as well, because I'm trying my best to get as many, you know, friends out here in Paris, and he's moving out here as well. He's here on like a trip or something now, but he's like moving here, so I was like, I may as well do it, and if my friend has any friends as well, like I'd love to meet them. I'm just trying to like build up like my connections out here, because I really do want to move, but I'm not gonna move until I have at least like 3 friends. So if this works out tonight, I'll have 2 getting there, because I don't want to make a decision moving to Paris, even though it wouldn't even be like a quick decision anymore, because I've been thinking about it now for like over a year and considering it for over a year. But I want to have like a stable group of people that, you know, I see whenever I'm traveling here, that whenever I would move here, you know, I would have a couple people, because that would be more than what I did whenever I moved to Brighton. So I'd be like helping myself out a little bit and making the move a little bit easier, because I know that moving here would be one of the hardest things that I would have ever done, and I know that it would have its own challenges than, you know, moving to Brighton. I wonder what would be more difficult though, like the move from Brighton, or the move from Ireland to Brighton. I'm moving out on my own for the first time and living alone. I wonder would that be more difficult than moving to, ow, I just cut myself. Jesus, so much happening. To, you know, Paris on my own. I don't know, maybe the language barrier would provide more issues. I don't know. So we're gonna see how tonight goes. I'm not gonna bring my camera with me, because in case they want to go to like a club or something like that, if I bring my bag with my camera in it, I won't be allowed into the clubs, because they think that you're going to be like recording people, or you're there like taking pictures or something like that. They have like strict rules about it out here. But I did want to talk about something. So this was what I was thinking about earlier. Being in Paris is interesting, because in school I studied French. I studied French and German, and I'm gonna go on a little tangent here, and I want, if you are studying or you are working towards something and you're being oh, sorry, it's my notifications. My friend. Hi, Adam. I'm sorry. I will probably be a bit late. Okay, well, I am meeting up with the guy first. And then we were gonna find a bar, and then she was gonna meet up with us. Let me just text her back. She has a valid reason. She's a valid reason. Her travel card needs renewed. That's no problem. Don't worry. Can't wait to see you. Can't wait to see you. So anyway, mess. So now if this guy kills me, I'm really fucked. Anyway, no, I'm smart. I know it, like I've already been talking to him for a while and whatever. But if you're being discouraged in something that you're working towards, please listen up. So I studied French and German in school, and I studied them both quite hard, and I was really unsuccessful in my attempts of learning. I didn't succeed well in school. I didn't succeed well in like the education world whatsoever. In school, I really just struggled with the keeping up with everyone else's pace, and I was not as smart as most people in my class. I would always be last in tests. I would always bring down the class average. I would always be made fun of by the teachers, other people in my class. It was like a running joke. I was bad at school. And French was a subject that I always tried really hard in because I always wanted to go to Paris one day. And I always struggled with it. I could never, you know, understand like the past and pretense and you know, like each word has like a different gender and stuff like that. And I always struggled with it. And it made me really down in the dumps because I really did try my best for it. And I think it's one thing not trying and getting a bad grade, but another thing is trying really hard and still feeling defeated and having that same, you know, you suck kind of attitude. My teacher was nice, and she always was really supportive of me. She always kind of made jabs at the fact that I was bad at French and that I would always pull back the class average and blah, 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 blah. But one thing happened that I will never forget. We were doing GCSE exams, which is like the final exam you do in school. And there was a speaking section of it where you go into a room with your teacher. She puts down like a recording device. She hits record. She asks you a bunch of random questions in French. You have to respond completely in French. And then that recording then goes to the examiners and they mark it. So it's like a moderated situation just with you and the teacher. It's very intimate. I was so nervous for this more than anything else because I wanted to do well in French. That was the class I wanted to do well in. And I spent the entire week before it. Literally, it was this dramatic that I was like barely eating, barely sleeping. I was so nervous for it because I knew I wasn't going to do a good job. I knew once something's unpredictable to me, I do a bad job. Once I get nervous in my head about it, I will fuck up. So the day of the exam comes around and there was just so much built up emotions, you know. My friend had just went in and his one did really well, and so I got a little bit of more confidence. I go in and you have to select, it was like sheet A, B, or C, and whatever one you selected, you didn't know what they were, so I was like, I want C, and then she turned it around and it would be like, oh, it's on this topic, and I didn't know what A, B, or C was. It was just basically you choosing, but you didn't know which one it was, to keep it like randomized. So I chose whatever one it was, and it was the one that I was the least good at. Like, because you could study for all three of them, but you didn't know which one you were going to get. I don't know if I'm explaining this well. I just, like, where I'm going with this story, like, makes me pissed off, so I'm, like, starting to, like, mess up my words. And so I kind of have a moment where I, like, freak out in the chair before she hits record, where I'm like, this is the one I'm the worst at. And she asked me the first question, and she phrases it in a new way of a question I know, and I say the first two sentences perfectly, and I go to speak, and I can't. I literally cannot. Like, there is something within me that is stopping me from speaking. I couldn't speak English, I couldn't speak French. I was petrified. I've never been that scared in my life, and I have a panic attack. And I've had very few panic attacks in my life, and it just that it was so intimate or whatever. I have a panic attack in this chair and I just go silent and I'm just staring at her and I'm like, oh my god, I can just see it in my head still. I'm so embarrassed by it. And she asked me another question and I don't respond. She asked me another question, I don't respond. She reiterates the same question twice and she goes, and I'm trying to let her know, like, can we stop and restart again? Because you were allowed to do that. You just had to have one continuous flow. So I was like, because I didn't want it, whatever. So she repeats the question one more time and she stops the recording and she looks at me and she goes, that was a disaster. She was like, you will never speak French. She was like, you will never speak French successfully. And it was such a ego hit to me where it was like such like a rude moment. And I had always been in like after school classes with like her or her assistant or whatever, because I was always doing bad at the exams and I would always try my best, so I would always be in after school or whatever, and I always used to talk to her about my dream of going to Paris or whatever. And she said something next which just kind of like it'll always stick by me. And she was like, you will never successfully go to Paris. She was like, you will never fit in. And I just couldn't believe that a teacher would ever say that to me. And I bawled. I didn't say anything. I just immediately started crying in the chair. And I just got up and left. And it was like, that always stood with me. Where she was like, someone's texting me, sorry. Okay, the guy's like, I'm on the train. Let me say, perfect. Should I leave in 5 or 10 minutes? I will never get that out of my head. Like that, sitting there intimate with this teacher I tried so hard to impress for like 2 years, who was just like, you'll never do it. You'll never do it. And I never took it as like I'm gonna prove her kind of way. Like, I'm gonna prove her, I'm gonna go to Paris, I'm gonna whatever. My love for France and Paris and French or whatever dropped that day. I never wanted to ever hear or speak or anything to do with France ever again. I was so defeated. I'd worked so hard and none of it paid off because I had a panic attack and for some reason I couldn't fucking speak. And I remember I went to Paris the 7th of September 2021. First time I'd ever solo traveled, first time I'd ever went to Paris. And I was in my hotel room, and it was like the Pullman Eiffel Tower Hotel, so the balcony overlooked the Eiffel Tower. And I hadn't thought about this moment since it happened in 2019, and it just flooded into my head, and I was like, whoa, like, I'm here, I'm in Paris, defying all odds. I'm pretty decent at the bare minimum French now. I didn't need my academic ability being based off of what, 100 people in my year who were doing French are doing and being put on a leaderboard with them and marked by their standards, because a lot of them were more intelligent than me at that stage. I'm more intelligent than a lot of them now at this stage. A lot of them are still more intelligent than me. Like, everyone's academic ability, changes. And I just want to let anyone know that I now feel so comfortable in Paris. I now, want to live here. And it is possible. And please do not let anyone shake that from me. Like, if you want something, don't let anyone take that from you. If you love something, don't allow anyone to take that from you. Because I allowed, the schooling system to take that from me. I really didn't think about or want anything to do with, Paris or French or whatever for years after that. And I look back on it now and I'm like, that's so silly. Like, how was I able to be deterred by that? What, because other people were better than me academically at French? What, because my teacher told me I will never, fit in Paris because my French, whenever I'm 16 years old, isn't good or whatever like that? Like, you go at your own time, whatever it is, you can do it. You don't need 1 or 100 different people telling you can. And I genuinely hope that that can apply to something in your life and you can hear it, because I genuinely wish that someone had said it to me whenever I was going through that. And just to be here now, I'm like, honestly, I just want to be like, fuck you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I worked for this, and I'm just talking about, being comfortable in France and learning about the culture and learning French and stuff like that. Like, I worked to that. And it's not determined on how good I am at it whenever I'm 16 fucking years old. Whenever I'm sitting to you now as a 20-year-old, and I've worked very hard to feel like I fit in here. And it just, was like, I really, really, really hope you take that. If you're working towards something and people aren't believing in you or whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. Because I wish I could go back and tell myself, none of those exterior voices matter. Focus on it, work on it. You don't have to drop a passion because someone has tried to discourage you or tried to make you feel belittled or anything. My phone is starting to blow up, so I'm gonna leave now. But I just wanted to, leave with that. I will update you whenever I come in later. But yeah, I really did just want to say that and take a moment to kind of talk about what was on my mind, because it's been very heavy on my mind today. I don't know why, but I think just because I'm like getting in the swing of like imagining if I could live here, and I really, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna head now, but I wanted to say that. Okay. All right, we are back in the same area. It is now 4:33 in the morning. Can you see that? No, you can't. So, okay, I have to check out of my hotel room tomorrow in the morning, clearly. And so I have to check out. I have to get all my shit, check out. I really want to order food. I'm like so hungry. I'll tell you about my night in a second. I really want to order food, but I don't know if that's the smartest thing to do. Should I order food? Let me look on Uber Eats first. Hold up. Just before I like get into it with you. Uber Eats, what's available? The receptionist right now is such a fucking dick, and he's being so rude, and he got angry at me for coming in late. So it's 4 a.m. He got angry at me for coming in at 4 a.m. and I was like, you're acting as if you're like my fucking parent. I'm paying to stay here. Anyways, I would love a pizza. What do we have on here? We have a lot of Pizza Hut. Anyway, I'll sort this out after. I just got in. I had a great night. And a lot happened. So, obviously, it's about to be 5 a.m. So there's a big jump from the last time I saw you. So, me, Alina, and the guy ended up going to, you know Alina before, I'm just saying the guy because I'm not introducing a new fucking character for no reason. We went to a bar, and then at that bar, Alina's bag got stolen. So we finished a bottle of wine, and on our last literally like sip of wine, she went to go get something, and she was like, oh my god, my bag is stolen, and it opened up this entire mess. So someone stole her bag. She had 2 bags on her. They took the bag that had her keys in it and her clothes in it. So they didn't take her purse, which had her phone and bank card and everything in it. But we then walked, you know, and we were sorting everything out. We were talking with management, CCTV footage. It was really messy. I'll not get into all of it, but it was really bad. But there's nothing you can do when someone takes your stuff, and none of us saw someone, you know, take her bag or anything like that. So it's like really scary that that can happen without us even knowing that it happened. And like they were sitting in front of me and I was there, so they would have been in my direct view and I didn't even see them, and it's like scary, and it's like, it's really kind of shook me up to like be very on guard now, like in Paris, that like, oh, people say, you know, people steal from you, but oh, it actually really does happen. It's really scary, and I felt so bad for her when she like realized, and then we were talking, and like the only good thing was it wasn't the bag that had her really important stuff in it, but still, like, to have your keys stolen from you, and her boyfriend has keys, so like she was able to get back in, and we made sure of that. But like it really was like a, oh wow, my bag will stay on me at all times, you know, my little cross bag. But like it's really like, you know, stuck me up a little bit. So then we went to another bar after that, and we were just like getting a bottle of red wine and like sharing it between all 3 of us. Now, all 3 of us, I had only met Alina a couple times, and she was actually a subscriber of my channel. She came up to me at Paris airport, and we've been friends ever since. And it's amazing. But this guy, I had never met him before, and I kind of took a risk inviting him out, and him and Alina got on so well, him and me got on so well, and we went to a couple different bars, and then we went to the jazz place, which they loved, which I loved that they loved it. We then went to the gay club. We went to the gay club, and it was interesting. It was the gay club I went to last time I was in Paris, but this time it was obviously more busy because it was a Friday. It was deranged. It was really weird, and it made me miss Brighton gay clubs. Like, it was really old men being very creepy, and it was just weird. It was weird. I it was not my favorite. It was not my favorite. And there was like a smokers area, which was like a box. I probably stink of smoke right now. The smokers area was not outside. It was in the club in a boxed room where everyone went in and basically hotboxed it. It was really weird. So I was in there because both of them smoked. It's really fucking bizarre. I felt like I was like trying to breathe in there. So I wasn't the biggest fan of that, but after that, Alina went home, and me and the guy were, you know, walking home. I have to go to the hotel. He has to go to his hotel. But we had a really good night, me and him. I'll leave it at that. And I'm so glad I went out. And it was great. And I'm just glad that I'm meeting new people in Paris, if I'm honest. And he was really amazing, and she's amazing. So that was kind of how the night ended, and then I just Ubered home, and I just got in, and the receptionist was such a dick whenever I tried to get in. Why are you so late? And I was like, I was like taken aback. I was like, you're complaining that I'm coming in late to the hotel that I'm paying to stay at? I was like, what is wrong with you? I didn't say any of this to him, but it was in my head, and it's very valid in my head, but I was like, what is wrong with you? Why can't I come in at 4 fucking a.m. on a Friday? Anyways, it was a great night. It was a really great night, and I had a great time. I just am so nervous to check what my checkout time is. I think it might be 11. And if it's 11, that means that I have to check out at 11, go around Paris for 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then check into the new hotel. Ugh. I wonder when the checkout is, actually. It's 11. My checkout is 11 a.m. So, not that long away. Oh, I can smell smoke off me. And it's a really disgusting smell. Okay, I'm gonna go and end the video now. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you watching day 3 in Paris? Day 3? Day 2? Is it day 2 or day 3? Either way, I appreciate you being here. I really want to go to the Christmas, there's an indoor Christmas market, or not a Christmas market, but like, Christmas light display that I really want to go to. And also, me and the guy, we walked through a bunch of Christmas lights, and it was really beautiful. I loved that, actually. But I don't know where that was. It was like only like 10 minutes from my hotel or whatever. He took this photo of me. I'll show you it, just kind of like show you what the vibe was. Here we go. Let me show you. Okay, so this was kind of like, it was like so many Christmas lights just all over the place. It was beautiful. So yeah, and then we did a little bit of exploring, and it was amazing. And then here's me and Alina at the jazz place. Like, we loved it, and they loved it, and I was just so happy. So I'm gonna end off the video. I may or may not order food, and I may or may not go to sleep. That I will. I will go to sleep. Okay. I love you. I will see you in my next one. Thank you for watching episode whatever this is of Vlogmas. What episode is this? 3, 2, whatever it is. I appreciate you being here. I'm running out of outfits. I'm now re-wearing the same shirt. Sorry, I'm so tired. I was holding that in. I'm now re-wearing the same shirt I wore on day 1. I did not think that I was going to extend the trip, so I have 3 fucking hoodies. How am I going to keep it fun? How am I going to keep it fun when all I have is a pair of denim trousers, tracksuit bottoms, this top, a hoodie, and another hoodie? Paris is about fucking couture. And I have nothing. But I'm having a good time. Oh my fucking god. I bought a bunch of water. Like a huge multi-pack of water. I have to finish this before I leave tomorrow. I'm not gonna finish this. There is no way in under fucking Christ I can bring this to my new hotel. If I'm checking out. Oh no. There's like nothing you can do about it or I can do about it, but like what I could do is take this one, drink this tonight. I'll need it. We drank a lot of wine. And then there's 4 left. And I can bring one of them with me? I don't know. You don't care. I don't think anyone is watching to the stage. I know my mother will be watching to the stage. Hi, Mom. I know you're probably watching this sitting in the kitchen. Mom, if you're watching this sitting in the kitchen or sitting in the living room, let me know. Because I know that that's where you watch your YouTube videos. Let me know which one. Mom, I'm drinking water. I need food. I'm gonna order food. Or I'm just gonna fucking start eating things that are in this room. Okay, bye!